welcome to an instructional video about the basic functions of a carbonite switcher.
The main function of the switcher is to allow for the use of live editing. This is typically less time consuming than editing in post-production and allows for a live broadcast to be much more flexible with regard to what can be accomplished in live television. If we look at the main screen, we can see that the screen is split into fourths. For the purposes of this video, we will focus on the top two fourths, the preview screen and the program screen. The program screen displays what is currently being broadcast or recorded, whereas the preview screen displays what will be broadcast next. When you transition from the preview to the program, the two will switch places, and what was previously in the program portion of the screen is now in the preview section. This means that you can quickly cut between two cameras on the fly should the need for it arise. It is important to note that whichever screen is currently being broadcast will always be outlined with a red box. Taking a look at the switcher, we can see many buttons. We will start with the bottom two rows of buttons. Each column of buttons corresponds to a source that is currently plugged into the switcher. The middle displays tells us what the source is. The top button cuts to the source live, also referred to as a hot punch. The bottom button puts the source in the preview section of the screen to be used in conjunction with an edit. Moving over to the right side of the console, we can see three buttons. These buttons are different styles of edits that can be performed on the fly. We have the dissolve, the wipe, and the cut. If we look at the top left-hand side of the switcher, we can see a lot of shapes that appear when we have the wipe key selected. These buttons control the pattern that the wipe uses, such as a diamond or a circle. Edits are achieved through the effects bar, which is to the right of the edit key and looks almost like a stick shift in a car. We can perform edits by pushing the effects bar to the top or bottom of the board, with a full transition being performed at the top. For the dissolve and wipe, if the effects bar is left halfway between the top or bottom of the board, only half of the transition will be performed. Just above the effects bar, we can see another row of buttons with sources labeled on them. This row allows us to join two sources together so that when one is selected, they both appear. This is most useful when using a character generator or CG, which can allow for inserting titles over the image. This effect can also be achieved through the use of the downstream key column, located on the far right hand side of the switcher. This is a very good time saver, as we can have one input be overlaid over everything else that is or will be on screen. That key will be applied to everything that is put live, so it should be turned off as soon as it is not needed. If we look up, we can see that there's another set of buttons covering the top half of the board. These buttons are essentially an extra set of buttons we just went over and allow for more complex setups and CG building. The final topic for discussion will be the usage of clips and stills. To open the still bank, simply open Google Chrome on the computer that is closest to the recording station. It will take you to the still bank. Simply drag the still you would like to use into the still bank on the right hand side, and it will appear on the switcher under one of these buttons, such as SS1. The clip bank is located to the left of the switcher and is operated in a similar manner. Simply double-click the clip you would like to use and it will appear under server channel 1.
That covers the basic features of the carbonite switcher. Thank you for watching, and we hope that you will refer to this video later on.